Hey, how's it going, everybody? If you're new here, welcome in. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm Rollshambo, the connoisseur and collector of all things sharp and shiny. And today, we're going to be talking about something shiny. It's what initially came in this box, and that is the Nitecore mt2a Pro. And full disclosure, this was sent to me for review by Nitecore. Now, they didn't tell me that I had to say anything specifically. They just said, hey, we've got a new flashlight out there on the market. And, we see you've been checking out flashlights, so maybe you'd like to check this one out. And, I have been getting into the shiny part of EDC lately. And, with all the flashlights that I've checked out plenty of Olights, some Rovivons, I've checked out some Wubens. I was actually kind of excited to check out something that seemed a bit more pedestrian, something that seemed a bit more based on, everyday use case scenario, the simple light for the simple man. And just how good is it? How good can it be? The very first thing I did when this came in was take it out of the box and start testing it because I was excited. I was excited because it's boasting a new tailor-made LED that's made specifically for flashlights. It has 1,000 lumens. The LED in question is the U-High 20, and it also uses a battery which is no bigger than two AA's put together and is also USB-C rechargeable. The specs on here are pretty impressive because despite having a run-of-the-mill 1,000 lumen max output, we're looking at a max distance, max range of 255 meters, and that's due in large part to the 16,500 candela that it allows. That's insane, and it's absolutely bananas considering that this light only costs $45. I kid you not, $45, and your money will get you a tail cap actuation with a double clip for pocket clip or clipping onto something like the visor of your hat. It's a tube construction and it's not terribly thick. It's about the thickness of my finger. So the profile in the pocket is very sleek and it carries very well. Actuation of this thing through its user interface is very simple. You do not have to be a rocket scientist. You do not need a user manual to figure it out. The tail cap is very clicky. One click and it'll go ahead and turn it on. And you do a half press to cycle through low, medium, and high. So low, medium, high. Low, medium, high. And you can do that very quickly. And that's it, guys. There is absolutely no strobe. There's no turbo. The battery in here is the Nitecore NL1461R. It's a 1600 milliamp hour battery. You do get a USB-C charging cable and a lanyard in here as well, which, it's pretty standard fare. Nothing too fancy there. The battery is cool because it is actually USB-C rechargeable, so you can pop it out, use your phone charger to charge this up, and it should charge fully within about 2 to 3 hours. We're looking at a max runtime of up to 20 hours, which is pretty damn impressive if you ask me. The aluminum chassis is durable. It's also very grippy with this crenellation that's going on here. It's actually long enough, just long enough to be used as a blunt self-defense item if that's in case something that you're interested in. But it's not so terribly long that it's not going to fit in your pocket. In fact, the low profile design of this allows it to fit very easily in your pocket. And with this deep carry clip, it's going to fit over things like thick Carhartts or other stuff that you might have in your pocket as well. So it's got a nice bit of heft to it. It's very easy to actuate with that button. And again, switching between the light modes is super easy with a half press. Now, I carried this light and I recently recorded some footage at night in a dimly lit part of my neighborhood when I was walking my dog, and it performed very well. That 16,500 candelas is insanity, and it's got a really long throw, even in the low mode. Something that I greatly appreciate about this light is just how much usefulness you get even at the low mode. I find in a lot of flashlights that low mode is just kind of there so that it's there, and it's not very usable in outdoor situations. Maybe it's okay in the house, but low mode for a lot of flashlights isn't super useful. On this one, it actually is, and that has a lot to do with the way that it's designed with this U-High 20 LED. Is you still get great throw even in the lowest setting. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I absolutely love everything about this. I have a couple things on my wish list. The first is going to be the battery. Now, the battery is very cool. I actually really like it. I like it because you can take it out of the flashlight and charge it separately. And in my mind, I thought to myself, that's fantastic, because if you're going camping, or if you're going to be outdoors, or if you're, going to pack this in your backpack, how cool would it be to just charge up, 2 or 3 of these batteries, take them with you, and then when you're out there in the middle of nowhere and you don't have access to charging, you could just replace the battery. And I know you can use 2 AA batteries in here instead, so you can always take those as well if you're willing to take a decrease in the power output. It's about a 50% decrease in what this flashlight is capable of if you use AA's. So I went online and I looked at Nitecore's website, and the thing that disappointed me the most was that you cannot buy, at this moment in time, you cannot buy these batteries separately. And it kind of concerned me, because this is not a battery that I'm very familiar with. I don't see these out there. I don't see the NL1416R anywhere, including Nitecore's website. So I reached out to them and I said, hey, if I wanted to replace this battery, let's say that the battery goes bad, where can I buy this? And they said, we don't currently offer it separately on our website, but if you have issues, you can always switch to AA. That is actually a little bit of a bummer in my opinion, because I would love to be able to pack up 2 or 3 of these batteries and take this light with me on the go if I'm going backpacking or hiking, or if I'm going to be away from civilization. I want to have those backups readily available so that I don't have to worry about recharging it, and also I don't have to spend time going through AA batteries. AA batteries that are disposable, they end up in a landfill somewhere. It's not very efficient for the world to go through that many batteries, and it's kind of disappointing. That's why I love rechargeable batteries. On this one, you get way more power and you can recharge it. So why not have the opportunity to have multiples? I think they're missing out by not having those available, but maybe that'll change in the future. On the flip side, at $45, you could, of course, you just buy 2. And honestly, I think that would be the best scenario, because if you're going camping or hiking or backpacking, it's never a bad idea to have multiples of whatever. In the Navy SEALs, they say if you have 1, you have none, and if you have 2, you have 1. Always carry redundancies, especially when it comes to equipment that could eventually save your life. The next thing on my wish list is actually going to be with the user interface. While I do enjoy the fact that it's very simple, click, it's on, half press to switch between them, I do actually find myself wishing that we had a momentary on option. We know that a half press will do something because it switches between the modes. I just want a momentary on, where from an off position, if I do a half click where it turns on, and then I let off and it turns off. That's not there, but I have a feeling that they could have potentially made that an option, and I'm kind of bummed that it's not. It's not the end of the world, because at the end of the day, I keep reminding myself, this is under $50. This light performs better than a lot of lights that I see at the $80, $90, $100 price point. It's highly replaceable. It's highly efficient. It has features like a tail cap style button, pocket clip, which is doubly reversible so that you can clip it onto your hat, a ton of throw, and 16,500 candela. I've been showing the clips of me using this light throughout, and I'm curious to see what you think. Have you heard of the Nitecore mt2a Pro? Are you going to consider getting one? I think that you're kind of missing out if you don't take advantage of just how much performance you get out of this package. And so I will, of course, link these down below. If you decide you want to buy one, it does, of course, help support the channel, and it tells Nitecore that people actually watch this video. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below, because as of right now, I think that this is the best value proposition on a flashlight in 2023. If you've got one that outperforms this at under $50, I want to hear about it. Let me know in the comment section down below. And guys, if you want to watch more awesome knife and EDC content, make sure to click on one of the videos that pops up next.